Going into the debate tonight, President Obama is going to have to draw some fairly bright lines somewhere. Now, remember, he's already taken Social Security off the table for some ungodly known reason. Right? We don't really have much differences on Social Security. Now, I suppose he could talk about it, and then Romney could say, hey, I thought you said we didn't have much differences on Social Security. And then Obama could say, well, I had some experts look into your plans. Now, I thought we didn't have differences, but that's because you don't make anything that you're standing for clear or whatever. Do I expect him to do that? Highly doubtful. Huge mistake. I mean, you've just basically taken a massive arrow out of your quiver. So we may hear more about the 47%. And just to put that in context, you all know that 47% represents the number of people who do not pay any federal income tax, either because they're a senior citizen, either because they're a family of four that has a series of deductions and doesn't make more than $50,000 or $60,000 a year, either because they're a vet or they're disabled, mostly because their income just doesn't reach a threshold. As part of earned income tax credits that were passed by Republicans. Piece by Bruce Watson at the Daily Finance from AOL. When measured properly, including Medicare and Social Security taxes, 86% of taxpayers pay into the federal system. 86%. The remaining 14% are either retired elderly people or students and disabled. So everybody else essentially pays. Everybody else pays some type of federal tax. The poorest 20% of workers pay a far larger percent of their income in Social Security tax than the richest 20%. But the real place where poor people take a hit is in state taxes. In the median state, Mississippi, the poorest 20% of workers pay almost twice as high a percentage of their income as the richest 1%. In Washington state, they pay 17.3% of their income, more than 6 times as much as the top 1%. Because this is where you get really hit with sales taxes. So when you hear people say, like, we should just go to one big sales tax on everything, understand that the poor spend most of their paychecks on necessities. Because they don't have the capacity to go out and buy luxuries. They're living week to week on their paychecks. They're spending all of their money on food, shelter, clothing. And they're not investing it. They're not saving it. They're expending it on things that they're going to have to pay sales tax. So they pay a much higher percentage in sales taxes to their income than the wealthy do. There's just not enough yachts and carpeted sinks and, $200,000 cars for the wealthy to pay to make it up in their sales tax. So keep that in mind tonight during the debate.